Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, welcome to Oilers After Dark post-game reaction of the Minnesota Wild at the Edmonton Oilers, episode 41. Oilers win 5-2, play La Bamba Baby. Mostly good news, some not so good news. Mostly highs, two lows. Power plays that Minnesota got, the shots that Minnesota was getting. Oilers need to clean up the penalties, be more disciplined, and have your goalie not face 44 shots in a game. But hey, I can't complain. They beat the Wild, which they have a hard time doing, and they did it in great fashion. So I'm going to do a quick little rundown. Again, we are Real Oilers Talk for Oilers fans, and I'll just do a quick rundown of the game. I'm going to start, obviously, where the first started and the second, and go through because there were some points that I think need to be made, and there are some things that might be missed by the average reactionist. Like the first goal scored by Derek Ryan, assisted by Shore and Costin. There's that name again, Costin. He's popping up everywhere this month. He was my player to watch for at the beginning of the month for this month, which is great to see that sometimes I'm right about things. Then Draisaitl has a Mirness breakaway after that. Wow. Like if that would have been it, like two goals on two shots really quickly, I think that would have been done. Fleury would have been pulled. The Oilers could have just went on to another steamrolling victory like last victory. Instead, he misses the net, and we come back. We skate a little bit, back and forth, back and forth. Draisaitl is on a back check. Apparent injury. If you read lips, he's sitting on the bench, and he says he twisted something. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm hoping that it was just a little twist. It could be a knee, could be his ankle, could be anything. He came back out. He was fine. Thank goodness for that. Oilers get the first power play drawn by Yamamoto. And I'm going to stress a little bit on Yamamoto here. He's the second game back after injury. Played great. Yamamoto's a plugger that I have an infinity of respect and gratitude for. On that power play, McDavid with a ripper. Hopkins with a beautiful pass. Mwah! Just a beautiful pass. I like these beauty passes that are being given to McDavid because usually it's McDavid with the hot sauce passes to other players. McDavid now, with his 25th goal of the season, 25 goals. That's pretty good. Of course, it's 2-0 Edmonton. Now the little bit of controversy happens where it's a no goal goal, no goal goal, no goal. It's reviewed twice. It's called no goal on the ice, reviewed by, I'm going to say, Command Center, because obviously the Wild didn't challenge it. Ended up being called goal on the ice. Obviously, the Oilers are going to challenge. Becomes no goal goalie interference, so we still have a 2-0 game, which is good. Oilers need to just relax because they're being heavily outshot in that first period. Like Minnesota does have control of the game, aside from the 2-0 score. We go on, and of course the Wild do get a goal back. So it's 2-1 after one. Shots are 15-10 for the Oilers. Surprisingly, because I thought the Oilers were being outplayed for a little bit of that period. Just what I saw. Again, it was late when I saw it, so I could have seen something completely different. It happens. Wild get an early power play in the second period. They tie the game. Obviously, 5-on-3. The 5-on-3 was over, but they scored on the second part of it. So you can't have almost a full 2 minutes of 5-on-3 work against a really good Minnesota team. They tie the game up. We're tied at twos. Yamamoto says, "Hold my beer, let me see how I do it." He gets his first goal of the season. What a beautiful tip. Like, that CC holding the line, giving it to Nurse, and giving it to Yamamoto. Well, not really giving it to Yamamoto, just Nurse looking up and seeing he's got time and space. Doesn't take a slap shot because slap shots aren't needed. Just a quick little wrister with pace. Yamamoto tips it in, bounces off the ice, 5-hole in the back of the net. He had himself a game. He didn't show up on a score sheet more than one time, But what he did was the intangibles: puck pursuit, draw a penalty, like always hitting, always in the action, push, push, push. And that's what the Oilers are lacking in this lineup. They're lacking that bulldog, give me the puck, I want the puck, outside of Costin, Holloway, and sometimes Hopkins has it. But other than that, no other Oiler really has that dog on bone, small dog, big fight mentality. So again, Oilers are taking the lead into the third period. There was a little bit of a dust-up between Draisaitl and Fleury in that second frame. Hyman poked at Fleury. He didn't appreciate it. We know how Fleury can be hot-headed at times. You get under his skin, you pretty much got him. You've either get out of his skin, you got him rattled to the point where he lets in a lot of goals, or you make him Super Saiyan focused, where he says, enough's enough, I'm taking over this game. Again, so Fleury tries to break Hyman's stick, loses his blocker, Draisaitl being the Draisaitl we all know and love, kicks his blocker away. It was funny. I got a good little laugh of that. The concerning part were the penalties the Oilers took in the second period, and they were outshot going into that period. It was wasn't good for that second period. I'll tell that second period. I think the Wild's period and the Oilers were lucky to escape. Skinner played it great. Wild get a power play to start the third period because it carried over from the end of the second. They strike out on it. Good thing the Oilers PK is looking better. I like what I'm seeing. They're not getting scored on every other power play. Dry strikes on the Oilers power play, on the other hand, to make it 4-2. And I got to say, what a passing play. McDavid, because of Hyman's doggone bone work, and I forgot to say Hyman, he's also doggone bone. He's also in there with the Hopkins, the Yamamotos, the Holloways, the Costins, like those 4 or 5 guys, dog bone, they get it. Hyman, it disrupts the play. McDavid takes it, one touch to Hopkins, Hopkins one touch to Draisaitl, and Draisaitl from his spot. Bang, baby! We got ourselves a 4-2 hockey game. It was very tantalizing passing. And of course, we have some more scary moments. Yamamoto goes down awkwardly. Thankfully, he's also okay. So that's 2 scary incidents where they could have been bad for the Oilers, but thankfully both players are good. Both players are fine. That's all good news. Oilers winning is always good news. Again, let's clean up the power plays. Thankfully, Hopkins with an empty net goal. That's all she wrote. That seals the deal. This game is over. Wild outshoot the Oilers 18-9 in the third period. Again, a third period that the Wild controlled play, and they outshot but didn't outscore. Again, another period where Skinner showed up and put his team on his back. The whole game was Wild outshot them 44-38. Wild went 1 for 5 on the power play. Oilers went 2 for 3. That was the difference. Oilers struck gold, and the Wild struck out. Again, thank you for watching. My name is Matt for Oilers After Dark. We play the Wild again on Monday in Minnesota. The Oilers now have 32 points, 1 point behind Seattle for second place in the division. Love you. Oilers win, baby. Let's play some La Bamba tonight.